More to Marketing. Welcome to More to Marketing, a podcast on marketing and product and everything in between. I'm your host, Susan, and today we're going to be talking about customer feedback. Customer feedback refers to information, opinions, and insights shared by customers about products, services, or experiences they encountered. It's a vital asset for businesses, offering valuable insight and guidance to improve not only products, but also to grow across various sectors as well, if you listen. Now, understanding customer feedback itself. Customer feedback serves as a critical driver across diverse domains. In the realm of product enhancement, it functions as a guiding force for software companies, steering the refinement of features and other things like bug fixes come through from a lot of customer feedback, and overall the actual user experience that the customer journey goes through. In retail, feedback becomes instrumental in sculpting the services to align with the customer's preferences, allowing retailers to fine-tune store ambience, the product itself, what's available for them, and also the staff's behavior to optimize that actual shopping journey when you're immersed in the actual retail space. Also, within the expansive landscape of online platforms, customer feedback is taking center stage, wielding immense influence over e-commerce giants. Reviews become a compass, whether they're true or not. We know there's some issues there, but they're also guiding some purchasing decisions, enhancing website usability, and facilitating the personalization of user experiences. Across these sectors, customer feedback emerges not merely as an input, but as a catalyst for innovation, adaptivity, and tailoring the actual experience. So, what can feedback be used for? So when we talk product enhancements, customers' feedback is really that compass of the product development, what is needed and when. For instance, like a software company, they'll utilize the feedback for refining any of the features that are needed or changes. Canva is a great example of this. Fix bugs, we see that all the time when we're using apps on our phones. There's always bug fixes going through for new versions and updates. And also enhance the user experience. So removing some of those different steps people go through, so less clicks, is an example of how you do that in the online space. For retail refinement, when using feedback, particularly when we're talking retail here, it really helps to tailor the customer's preference and experience and how you're wanting your store to look and feel. So as I mentioned, a lot about behavior, optimization, and just making sure that it is a true representation of what you're actually wanting to be perceived as a brand when you're getting that feedback. Online itself's heavy reliance on this. It makes huge decisions for when you're actually going through the journeys, what appears, optimization of what the user's actually wanting to see and when, all those predictivity pieces. And that's how the feedback is used there too. But how do we actually get all this feedback? There's so many ways and means that we could get feedback, but what options are there out there? The feedback collection and analysis encompasses a multifaceted approach to comprehensively understand customer sentiments and steer actionable improvements. So you could do feedback collection channels, so actually have surveys or social media, emails, or even a feedback form to be able to collect this data. Structured questions, so craft specific open-ended questions to extract the detail you need from the insights. Diverse feedback sources, so try not to just rely on one source. So gather feedback from various touch points like support tickets that might come through, reviews. Actually get people in the user forums to be able to provide comprehensive insights as well. Now, you need to be able to categorize all these types of feedbacks. So make sure you actually analyze them and categorize them. So are they product features, customer service improvement? And then this makes it more systematic for you when you're approaching it. I also like to do sentiment analysis. So leveraging the sentiment of what the emotions are out there within the feedback. Is it positive, negative, neutral? How are you working towards it? Collaboration and action, make sure you actually do something with the feedback if you're asking for it. Otherwise, over time, you're just going to really annoy the audience that you're going to. But when you're actually collaborating, make sure that you have other decision makers in there that can help you with some real actions that can help. So you're driving the right change within the business. So have the SMEs involved. then it would be more likely that these changes will actually occur. I also highly recommend real-time monitoring where possible or as close to, because then you're actually going to identify any trends, maybe even address the issues that are emerging faster and more promptly, and then also track their changes quite quickly too. Because without real-time monitoring, it's very hard to see the change happening. But let's talk about some examples of using feedback. So if we go to the product context, a smartphone manufacturer, feedback was provided to them about the battery life, the camera quality, and also some software performance issues. So they upgraded this with their next model that came out to meet all these customer needs. Very common when it comes to phones that you see improvements in those particular specs. And that's because of the feedback that they're getting from consumers. Within retail, a boutique clothing store gathers feedback about sizing, preferences of the actual styles, and customer service, leading to changing the type of curated collections and enhancing the service overall. So therefore, the people that are going to the store are getting more of what they want and how they want it. Within the online realm, an online course platform thrives on student feedback, literally loves it, wants more and more and more. And they use this to refine their course content and adjust their learning interfaces so it's actually easier for the users, which are their students, and it's more interactive as well, which has seen very great results. But when we're thinking about feedback, there are many different tools that you can use. We've talked about how we can collect it, but let's talk about more the tools that you can use to help cater for your feedback collection and the analysis, because that's the hard part. What do you do once you get it? You need it in a form that the data is now to be manipulated. So you've got SurveyMonkey out there. It's a versatile online survey platform offering customizable surveys and analytics. Qualtrics. This one enables businesses to create surveys and collect data across various touch points for a more comprehensive insight. Really good for those bigger businesses. User testing. So facilitates user tests, experience testing through real-time feedback from target users, aiming to do product refinements. You could do this yourself as well with some actual UAT, so that's user acceptance testing, but you can also go out and have companies do this for you too. Hotjar provides heat maps, visitor records, and feedback polls to understand user behavior and preferences on websites. This is really powerful if you're wanting to have your online presence amped up about what type of user are using your website and when and how you deliver it. So it's very smart and very personalized when you start going into Hotjar. Survey Sensum offers tools for collecting and analyzing customer feedback, providing actionable insights. Use Response, a versatile tool aiding to gather customer feedback across various channels again, enabling that more comprehensive and issue resolution. Big one I've used myself personally is Medallia. This one here is very much an experience management platform offering customer feedback collection and sentiment analysis. Zendesk. All of us have seen Zendesk and also the chat that comes through for that one. Provides customer support solutions with tools for gathering feedback through support tickets and interactions. Typeform, interactive and engaging survey tool, very easy to use as well. And you can just gather feedback with this one in a more conversational format, and it's really easy to pull together yourself. And then one that's free, which is Google Forms, a free survey creation tool by Google, allowing customizational surveys and easy to collect data. Now, once you've got all your customer data from the feedback, you need to now do some measurements with this, because you want to make sure that you're actually going to be actioning it and finding the pros and cons along the way. And what you actually do want to have is a benchmark and then how you can move forward with it. But there's a whole pile of different measures out there that you could use. So think about what you're trying to do and which measures make more sense. So one of the big common ones for customer feedback is NPS, which is the Net Promoter Score. A pro for this one is it's simple to understand. It measures overall satisfaction and helps identify loyal customers. Cons, it's limited insights into specific issues and may not provide an in-depth feedback. Another one to look into is Customer Satisfaction Score, CSAT. So the pros here, it's quick and easy to implement. Provide specific feedback on recent interactions, but the cons might lack the in-depth of overall customer experience and doesn't capture anything long-term. Customer Effort Score, CES. It assesses customer effort in dealing with the company, indicating the loyalty and retention, but it may not do the overall satisfaction, and it doesn't cover all aspects of the customer journey, which is problematic. Social media monitoring. Pros, it captures real-time sentiment, provides broad insight into customer opinions, but volume-based, it might be lacking some detail. It's very difficult to categorize a lot of this and analyze it too. And then one of my personal favorites, and easy to do as well if you do the right questions, is surveys, which you can do either online or in emails, even face-to-face if you wanted to. It offers specific insights based on structured questions, but and very target, and you can target different types of customer segments. But there's sometimes a low response rate, which may skew your data, so you have to be careful. Plus, you might not be capturing the diverse customer opinions, depending on the questions and how you create them. Overall, though, customer feedback isn't just a commentary. It is powerful. It is useful. It's how you can develop your product or service to get to that next milestone. You listen to it and you'll find some gold nuggets within there. Some things will be trash, but there'll be a lot of really great insights in there. That's how you can actually get and tap into your real users. It's a treasure trove of actionable insights. Leveraging feedback across product, retail, and online domains fosters innovation, customer-centric thinking, and also sustainable growth. So be mindful about customer feedback. Make sure you bring it in when you're dealing with anything new you're creating or any changes you want to do. And be open to what it says. Don't be closed-minded. Test hypotheses. See how you go with it. And keep at it all the time and constantly. Thank you for listening to this podcast from More to Marketing. Don't forget to like so that you can hear more fantastic podcasts in the future. More to Marketing.